Good morning, everyone. Hope everybody's having a great Sunday morning today. It is super hot and gross out here in Philadelphia, but pushing through here. So, good morning, Tony Diaz. How are you today? We got Debbie Sachs here from sunny Ohio. I wish I was on a cruise today, too. I will be on a cruise next Sunday. I should be boarding right about this time in a week, hopefully. Mike, how are you this morning? There's not a ton of cruise news this morning, so if anybody has any questions, feel free, or comments or anything like that, feel free to throw them out. Michelle Parks, good morning. Hope you are having a lovely Sunday morning so far. I'm going to go through some of the cruise news. Again, there's not a ton of cruise news this week. There wasn't much craziness going. It's a weird time of the year. Everybody's on vacations. There's not a bunch of announcements or anything. There's a few, though. So first up, John Heald answered this question because somebody asked it on one of the cruises about fireworks on cruise ships. So Royal Caribbean and Carnival have both stated they are not doing fireworks on cruise ships. As you know, fire is like the biggest risk of anything at sea. So that is a huge issue. So neither of those cruise lines do fireworks on the ship. I've been on a cruise ship. I was on Norwegian Breakaway during the inaugural, and they were doing fireworks on one of the sea days. They were doing fireworks off the back of the ship, which seems crazy. I know Disney does fireworks. I'm not sure if they do them on the ship or not. But yeah, they are not. Carnival and Royal are not doing fireworks. Royal did fireworks at Perfect Day after the pandemic in the evening, which I think is a really great idea. But fireworks are expensive. So I'm sure, and you have to have like permits and the right people to shoot them off and different things like that. So I'm sure it's a hassle, but look, 4th of July, they had enough issues with the hurricane and everything else. So it doesn't surprise me that they didn't have fireworks on the 4th of July. We have Nicole here. Hi, Nicole. How are you? Cheryl McGee, good morning. Hope you're having a lovely Sunday morning thus far. Next bit of cruise news. The Villa V is supposed to set sail on July 20th. They've had a bunch of delays. This is the latest in the kind of living on board a cruise ship. I hope they start sailing soon because I'm tired of seeing YouTubers throw up thumbnails like, are we moving on to a cruise ship? You're not. We know that you're not moving on to a cruise ship. So I'm excited. I hope that works out for whoever's going on there. I don't think I could live on like a tiny, small cruise ship. It's like the world cruise, right? You're around those people for months and months and months. There's no way. There's no way. You would get tired of those people so quickly. I could do what like Super Mario does and like switch ships all the time and like do that kind of stuff. I don't even know if I could totally do that, but I'm saying I could probably do that before I could do just moving on to a small ship. It's a ship that was built in 1993, I believe. So that would not be great for me. What do you guys think? Do you guys think you could live on a small ship like that forever for like a year or two? Let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Hello, Paolo. Paolo, we are 4 days away from you going on your cruise. 4 days, Paolo. Just a few days away. That is so exciting. Fred and Lisa are here. Good morning, everyone. Hi, how are you guys? Jay Myers is here. Hello. Thank you very much, Jay. Appreciate that very much. Talking about living on a cruise ship. Does anybody think they could actually live on this Villa V cruise ship? It is a very, very small cruise ship. Let me know what you think. I certainly am a no-go on that. Next bit of cruise news. I bring it up after all the craziness. Hi, Katie Myers. How are you? Welcome. Happy Sunday morning. After all the craziness of my Carnival Venezia cruise, generally I don't cover these type of news stories, but I just thought it was funny. Carnival had a huge fight. I'm sure everybody saw this on board the Carnival Paradise. A lot of blame being thrown around to Carnival for not being prepared, to the people. Obviously, you can't, you could say whatever you want about Carnival being prepared for the fight. That's a legitimate concern. But like, look, people, you're on a cruise. You're on vacation. Why are we fighting? What are we fighting about? Pizza? What's going on? Why are people fighting on cruise ships? I think it's starting to get more and more of a kind of being put out there about this. So I don't know what Carnival has to do to try to fix their reputation in this image, but something needs to be done. It's just crazy. I don't know. And it's not cheap. I heard somebody say, like, well, the reason that it happens on Carnival all the time is it's cheaper than everyone else. It's not. MSC's very cheap to go on a cruise. And Carnival, I've tried to go on some Carnival cruises in the past 2 years, and they were very expensive. You try to go on Carnival out of Baltimore, it's very expensive on those old ships to go out of Baltimore. So I'm not sure how to fix the problem. It's a PR nightmare, I'm sure. But the bad behavior just has to stop. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Palace said I could live on Enchantment of the Seas and Vision. I could do it for a couple of weeks. Like I couldn't do like that same ship. Because remember, it's not just the ship. It's all of those people. And there's only like 3,000 people on Enchantment. So you're going to have to deal with those same, you talk about fights on a cruise ship. You deal with the same 3,000 people, the same 3,000 people butting in front of you in line or trying to push you out of the way to do things. It's just, I don't know. Who knows? Tony said Super Mario says he's on the ship 50 weeks of the year and the other 2 weeks he goes on vacation. So true. I know he gets off the ship a couple weeks to do like doctor's visits and things like that. Yeah, I could do what he does probably for a year. I don't think I could do like the rest of my life. I love going on cruises, but there is an element of it that's, there's stressful things about it. There's a bunch of different things. So yeah, it's funny. Really funny. Fred and Lisa said, saw the video. It's terrible. It is. It's completely ridiculous that happens while people are on vacation on cruises. Jay Meyer said, I think it's just people. For some reason, it seems to be more prevalent on Carnival. It does. I've been on 67, 68 cruises, whatever it is now. I've never, other than on our last Venezia cruise, I've never seen a fist fight on a cruise ship. I don't understand why. I get that like people are drinking. It's just like if you go to a football game, right? Everybody's drunk and they're doing stupid things and people just start fighting for no reason. There has to be a way to kind of get this off of the cruise ships. And one of my big things, and I think I'm going to do a video about things I wish, 5 things I wish would change on cruise ships. One of my big things on cruises is if there are rules, if you're going to have rules, and we could talk about whether the rules are good or not good or whatever, right? But if you're going to have rules on a cruise ship, they should be enforced. So if you have a rule that says no bathing suits in the dining room, you shouldn't be able to wear a bathing suit in the dining room. If you have a rule that says there's no kids in a certain area, there shouldn't be kids in a certain area. If you have a rule about, whatever it is. And I think if you start to do that, it's going to stop some of the fighting issues. Also, for Carnival in particular, right? I know if I go on Norwegian, the nightclub or the bar is never open. I've never seen people in the nightclubs after midnight, even 1 a.m. on like a crazy cruise. If you're on like a royal cruise, you see maybe some people out at 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, maybe at Boleros, or maybe like people, stragglers at the Schooner Bar, which is super low key anyway. But maybe that's part of it. Maybe like you don't need the club open until 4 in the morning, right? Because that's where you're going to have issues and issues and issues. So Jay Meyer said, I don't think I can do any air cruise ship no matter which ship. Yeah, it's tough. It's really tough. Charlie said Carnival crackdown on weed and fighting increased. I think, Charlie, it's funny. Obviously if you're smoking, you're less going to get in a fight than drinking. But it's just that mentality. It's the mentality of the, you can do whatever you want. You're on this ship and you can kind of do whatever. No one's going to say no because you're on vacation. And I've heard people say that a bunch of times on cruise ships. I've heard people at guest services say, I'm on vacation. You can't tell me no. You can't tell me I can't do something. You can tell me I can't be here or I can't do something. And look, you're on vacation. That's great. Have a wonderful time as long as it doesn't infringe on other people. And I'm not like a stickler for the rules. I am all for, bending the rules, like having an open mind and looking at things and going, okay, there's nobody here right now, so we're not going to say anything. But as a general rule, rules should be, if you're going to have to, just get rid of the rules. But I think the nightclub issue is a big one on Carnival. I would say 85 to 90% of the fights take place coming out of the nightclub, in the nightclub, around the pizza area, because that's where people go right after the nightclub. So maybe just shutting those things down and just saying, hey, hope you have a great time, go to bed, or just wander around the ship, do whatever. But that way you don't have hundreds and hundreds of people congregating in one area, all drunk at 3 a.m, which nothing good ever happens. Fred and Lisa totally agree. Yeah, it's wild. Just wild. I feel bad because, like I said, I had such a great time on Jubilee, and I feel bad for Carnival to a certain extent because there are some beautiful new ships, and they have like really good food options and all these different things, and it's getting ruined by, shenanigans all the time. Hey, Bernie, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome. Hope all is well with you too. Next bit of cruise news today. Meghan Trainor was named as the godmother of the Utopia of the Seas. I know Royal's really going big here with like celebrities that don't really have a rhyme or reason, but it's cool. She's going to perform on the inaugural, which I think is very interesting. I like Meghan Trainor. I don't have an issue with it. I don't know what the vibe or the story is behind it, but for sure, that'll be a great time if you're going on the inaugural. I saw they're doing a contest where they were giving away like trips for people. So, that should be pretty awesome. Nicole said, I'm not sure if I could do a year. I will know after my first cruise in 15 days. Nicole, where are you going? What's your ship? What ship are you going on? Tony said, you're on vacation in their house ship. That's true, right? I think the cruise lines have look, if you went on a super exclusive cruise like Silver Sea, I've been on Silver Sea or Oceania or any of those things, there are very strict rules. And they, if you're supposed to be dressed a certain way, they will not let you in. And those are rules and they're there for a reason. You might not like them, but that's what you signed up for. So if you sign up for that, that's it. You have to agree to that. So if there are rules and regulations and things that you have to do, and look, they put in the 15 drink rule, but everybody has a way around that. Somebody in their party got 8 drinks, so they buy 7 for somebody else. There's no easy way to fix that part of it, the drinking part of it, because it's a huge problem. The drinking part's a huge problem. But who knows? Who knows? I certainly don't have the answers. Just got off the seashore. How did you enjoy the seashore, Bernie? Let me know. I had a great time on the seashore. Paolo said, random thought, my goal one time is to hang out at the crew bar with some crew Amistad Enchantment. So, Paolo, I've done I've hung out in the crew bar. So this is a long time ago. We were on Princess. This is probably 2011-ish. We were on, I forget which, maybe Diamond Princess or Emerald. I don't remember. I was on a Princess cruise and we were hanging out. They kept showing a movie on the cruise ship. I think it's I Love You, Man. What movie? I Love You, Man. So it's like 2011. This movie came out in 2009. So we saw that, and there's this line in the movie where Paul Rudd keeps saying, I'm slapping the bass. And we were like talking about it in the hallways because we'd seen the movie. It was just running nonstop on the things. And the people in the band were saying it. So we saw them in the hallway and they were like, hey, what are you guys doing? Blah, 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 blah. We started chit-chatting with them. We hung out with them in the bar on the ship. Whatever that bar is up at the top of the ship, Skywalkers or whatever that is. And it was like maybe 1:00 in the morning. They're like, what are you doing? And we're like, nothing. They're like, do you want to go to the crew bar? We were like, yeah, sure. So they went down. They were like, we'll be back in 10 minutes. They came back and they gave us name tags. They went down and must have got somebody's name tags. And they brought us into the back. And we were in the crew bar for like a good hour and a half, 2 hours. Everybody was singing karaoke. It was a blast. We had a really good time. That's the only time though. And that was a very, very long time ago. So very, very funny. Charlie said, what's the longest cruise you have gone on? 15 or 16 days. I went on a 12-day with my parents for their 50th anniversary. We took them on a cruise and that was 11 or 12 days. And then I did a 15 or 16 day a long time ago. Recently, my longest is 10 in the past couple of years, which was Summit by myself too, which I almost went crazy on. So yeah, that's my longest for me. I don't know. Charlie, how about you? What's your longest? Bernie booked World America for May of 2025. That is awesome. I can't wait to be on MSC World America. So great. Friendly said I could never go on a cruise that's more than 8 days because I always get seasick. You got to. So Lisa, my advice is to just keep going on cruises. I've noticed over the years that the more cruises I go on, the less seasick I get. So it's no proven method for sure. But I think once you get your sea legs, it actually gets a little bit better. So I think maybe if you went on a longer cruise, it would actually get better over time, especially with lots of ports. But yeah, I get it. It's terrible. It was fun, pal, for sure. It was very, very fun. Bernie said he was on third time this year on Seashore. I love Seashore. It's such a great ship. Lake Seascape better. Just a couple little things on it, but for sure. Jay Meyer said, I think if you were a godmother or godfather of a cruise ship, you should be expected to do more than just show up on a show. I agree, right? It should be a commitment. You should have to do a show on there once a year or something. Or come and hang out with the people. They just fly them in and they'll fly them off real quick. It's crazy. I saw Kelly Clarkson on Prima, I think it was, and they basically just flew her on and off the ship. It was, 5 minutes. Nicole said, Magnifica, 5 days, July. Oh, yeah, that's right. We talked about this before, I think. Overnight at Ocean Key and then Nassau. It is not like Carnival. I can tell you how crowded Magnifica is for that sailing. I'll tell you right now. Love it. So, yeah, it will not be like Carnival. First of all, you're going out of Miami or Port Canaveral, I'm guessing. So it's already a different-ish crowd than I dealt with out of New York. And then 5 days is going to be very different than like a 3 or a 4. It sounds weird, right? But once you start getting out of like a weekend, it becomes very, very different. So let's see. Let's check. July 22nd. Ship Magnifica. I know on my Joy Cruise next week, there are a lot of open cabins if anybody wants to go on a cruise next Sunday, because I saw them in like the Facebook group until the day of, and then I get out of it because of all the complaining and drama. But I'm in the Facebook group and I saw that like 50 or 60 people got their bid upgrades this week for balconies. So on the 22nd, your cruise is... Well, I'll tell you what, there's not a lot of interior cabins available or ocean view. There are a lot of balconies available. There's still about 50, 60 balconies available. So that's a few hundred people there. Yeah, there's a lot of rooms available. I would say it's probably like 90%. It's not going to get much more than that because they'll close bookings soon. But it shouldn't be too crazy. You'll have a great time. I did a 4-day on Magnifica, or a 5-day, whatever it was, with the overnight at Ocean Key and Nassau. It was wonderful. It's a much more eclectic crowd. So there's not as much shenanigans. You'll have a little bit, shenanigans, but it's not a super party crowd on MSC. So it should be good. Charlie said 10 days. I could see doing longer if I get the perfect Wi-Fi set up for same. Like if I could work and it was like port intensive, which I think would be helpful because it would give me peace and quiet to do certain things. Maybe like a double itinerary where you were doing like Alaska, Hawaii, something like that. I could definitely do more than 10 days. But yeah. Hi, Hope. How are you? Happy Sunday morning to you. Fred said I told you more cruises. See, there you go. It's hilarious. As soon as I can, there will be a lot of cruises because we love to sail. Yeah, so my rule of thumb is I used to get seasick a lot more than I do now. I just keep going and I take the meds when I really need them. I wear the bands and I tell myself that they work, even though they probably don't. But yeah, that's all. Just push through it. Hopes that I have a great site for transfer. Oh, thanks. Yeah, send me an email. I always like to recommend certain things to people, so let me know. Paolo said, if you're not subscribed, please do hit that like button. Thank you very much, Paolo. Very much appreciate that. Charlie's doing that cruise in August. I think you guys are going to have a great time. I did that cruise last November, December of last year. It was awesome. So you guys will have a great time. Bernie said Seashore was absolutely full, a lot of unruly people. Someone smashed one of the elevator touchpads. They got tired of waiting. Yeah, they're the like smart elevators, right? So unruly people. That's what happens during the summer. So sometimes during the summer, you just get more shenanigans because it's people. I always think that people that cruise in the winter, you generally get people that are cruisers, and then people that cruise during the summer or spring break are like first timers, and they tend to be a little more unruly, so to speak. Bev said, we're going on Mariner in 73 days. I hope it's not full because they give us guaranteed. They said giving us a guarantee. So Bev, my advice to you is, I don't know if you use a travel agent or not. I'm not trying to you're already booked. I'm not trying to get you to use us as a travel agent. Just advice. If you need an accessible room and you are booked in a guaranteed stay room, I would call whoever it is and get out of a guaranteed stay room. Because Royal is not great at underselling their cruises. And Mariner is a popular ship. I'm going to look right now and see how crowded it is on that sailing. But my advice to you would be to either call Royal if you booked with Royal or call your travel agent. Now you're making me count what 73 days is. So it's July 7th. So that's 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49. All right, I think it's the August 29th. There you go. It's quick math in my head. I'm going to see how crowded it is. If you have the date handy, throw it in there. All right, so Bev, yes. My advice, Tara, it's 4 days till Paolo goes. I just saw your comment. 4 days for Paolo. So definitely my advice, Bev, is to call and get, September 21st. Okay. Thank you all for doing math for me. Probably a little bit better because kids are back in school, but let's see. Yeah, it's a little better than the other one. I would still, there are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 rooms available-ish. What type of interior cabin, what type of guaranteed room are you in? Bev, if you can comment below, let me know if it's like a interior guarantee or ocean view. Let me know. Nicole said, if I like it, I was going to see about booking World America. Do you recommend I book? Yeah, absolutely. So Nicole, if you book while you're on the ship, you can get an additional onboard credit, which is really nice. So yeah, I would absolutely recommend doing that. Good morning, Tara. Happy Sunday to you. Hope you are doing well. Everybody, September 21st. All right, got that. Baltimore, here I come. Yep. Heading to Baltimore. Tony asked Google, and Google was wrong. There you go. That's what AI is telling you. Bev said, they did not tell us, won't know until we do our online check-in. Thanks for your help. I do not have a travel agent. So again, I'm not pitching me by any means, Bev. I would highly recommend you get a travel agent. And I would highly recommend that you do not have a guaranteed room because they are notorious for overselling. And especially if you need an accessible cabin, I would get a cabin. Let me know if you need help. If they give you the runaround, let me know and I can call and see if I can help you. Hope said, Barrel hit 3 of 4 ports for our upcoming Jade cruise in July. Barrel. How late will we find out if they change the port? So you will find out within the next week. I got notifications today for a couple of my clients that are going out in a few days. Cozumel, where are you going on that cruise, Hope? Because Cozumel reopened. I mean, I can look too. This is fun. We're doing fun things today. Let's see what our itineraries are. Thank you, Fred and Lisa. You guys don't have to use me as a travel agent. Just happy to help if you need help. Bernie said was going to book Yacht Club on World, but the ship, it was almost 2,000 more. Yeah, it's expensive. Very expensive on World America. It's a brand new ship, you know. Bev said this is a free cruise I earned last November, and they wanted to charge me $600 extra to ensure an accessible room. Yeah, I would find a travel agent. So the problem is with that, I know it might cost extra to do the accessible room. I know all those things, like it's going to cost you more money. You don't want to spend more money. But to me, it's like if you have to have an accessible room, what are you going to do if you get there and you don't have one? You really don't have an option. So if it's more money to do it, I would say, sadly, like I would recommend that you do it because I've seen people get to the port with guaranteed cabins. Doesn't happen a lot, but I've seen it where they don't get a room at all. And then you definitely are not going to get like pick of the litter, you know, for what room you need. So I would highly recommend talking to a travel agent and making sure you get something squared away, especially if you have to have an accessible. Hope, are you doing Eastern or Western Caribbean? I'm guessing Western. If it hit your... Cozumel should be fine if you're doing Western, Hope. Grand Cayman and Jamaica, I would be slightly concerned, but I'm not sure. Yeah, there it is. So Hope said Cozumel, Falmouth, Jamaica, Grand Cayman. Yeah. So Great Stirrup Cay is you never know if you're going to go there anyway, because if it's breezy out, they don't stop at Great Stirrup Cay. So good luck with that one. I haven't been there in like a year and a half. Falmouth and Grand Cayman are the ones that I would worry about. I'll let you know if I hear anything, Hope, because I get the emails of the change of itineraries. I saw a couple for this week, but hopefully get a couple weeks. If you're going on the 27th, I would imagine. So I think you should be okay. Jay Meyer said, has anyone sailed Singapore, Taiwan, looking at that area as a future cruise? I have not. I'm very interested in doing something in Asia, in the Asian market, but I have not done that. But it looks amazing, and I've heard only good things, no bad things about it. A couple more cruise news stories. So I don't know if anybody saw it this week. I'm sure you did because everybody was covering it. There was a 14-year-old boy who was lost in the port in Germany. He's on a cruise with his grandmother. He got off the ship by himself, which is outrageous, and he disappeared. He has been found, and he's safe. I wouldn't have covered it if he wasn't. He was all good. Everything is good. I don't know where he is now, if they're getting him back on the ship or if they're just flying him home. But they did announce that they found him. He is safe and everything is okay. He's just wandering around Germany by himself at 14. That is not good. Not good, people. Thank you very much, pal. Really appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. Yeah, if anybody needs help, I would love to help you with your cruise. You certainly don't have to use me, though. So I do appreciate it, though. Thank you all very much. Next bit of cruise news, Disney will be doubling its cruise fleet. They're struggling with their parks, which is hard for me to believe that they're struggling with their parks, but I guess revenue is down. They've had a lot of drama lately. They've really gotten involved in politics too, which, you know, John Heald said it the other day, like Carnival tries to stay as far away from politics as possible. And no matter what side of anything that you're on, you're going to piss off 50% of the population. So I think Disney had some struggles with that, and they're having some struggles with just the parks in general. So them beefing up the cruise fleet because they make a ton of money on cruises. So it's interesting that they're going to be doing that. Bev said, John, thank you. I'll talk to my daughter about contacting you. They've never charged extra before. Yeah. I mean, I can call and try to figure it out for you, but yeah, absolutely. The 14-year-old is autistic too. That's crazy. Yeah. So crazy. Tony said you have to, yeah, so true. Tony, even for the cruises, you take out a second mortgage for those Disney cruises. They're so expensive. I can't get on a Disney cruise. They're so expensive. I keep trying to figure it out and I just can't make it happen. And they do a program where, as a travel agent, if you go through all the trainings, you can do a like $100 a day cruise, which is great, which would cost me about $1,200 with taxes and fees. And I can't do it. They're all the dates are blacked out all the time. It like never pops up for me to do it. Although I did recently just do my princess. I finished my princess certifications, and now I got a free princess cruise, which is really fun. I don't know when I can take it because I booked too many cruises already. So I'm already booked for a big chunk of next year. So I'd figure it out. I still haven't gotten like my information on MSC World America. So we'll see what happens with that. But as of right now, I am booked. Going on Joy. September, I'm on Symphony. October, I'm on Symphony, obviously, for our Halloween cruise. AJ's on Enchanted Princess in September. I'm on Odyssey in December with Tara. I'm on MSC Divina in January. Wonder of the Seas in February, finally on Wonder. Prima in April, maybe World America in March for that inaugural, or April. Icon in May, finally. Liberty in June. Aqua in August. Brilliant Lady in September. And Grandiosa next December already. So crazy. Tony said it's a beautiful thing. You just said I have too many cruises. So true. Too many. You know what the thing is? I try to be so proactive and book them so far out. And then it actually kind of does a disservice to myself, because then I get opportunities to do things and I miss out on them because I'm already booked on cruises. So Paolo said, what's your favorite game in the casino? So recently, Paolo, I've been doing slots, right? I just play slots because you get better perks, especially on Royal, because that's the only one I seem to get like free cruises on if I do the casino. So generally I will play slots, but generally it's craps. I love to play craps. So much fun. I love like everybody's into it. It's just a ton of fun. How about you? What do you like at the casino? Jay Meyer said, has there been a big change in cruising since most companies have put upfront prices up? No, I don't think so. I don't think it's going to affect them. I think most people knew that. It's just nice to see. You know what it really hurts is like travel agents, because I would have people call me all the time and be like, I have a different price on Royal Caribbean's website than you're giving me. And it's really not. They just didn't go all the way through the thing. So it didn't get to the point where it was showing them that. But I think for the most part, people know it. It's just nice to see the upfront pricing now, so you know right away how much it is. Tony said, I have 5 booked for next year. I think that's too much. That is nothing, Tony. That's awesome. 5 is great. Paolo, where are you going on your Vision cruise? Craps is my game. Yes, Craps is awesome. So much fun. Hope, I know. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for that to come out. Like the free ones for next year haven't been released yet. So I'm waiting to see if I could do Sun for free. I doubt they're going to let me do that, but we shall see. I would love to do that Sun one. I think it's right around my birthday, the one that you sent me too. So that would be a really nice one for my birthday too. So we shall see. Paolo is going to Bermuda, Nassau, and Coco Key. So much fun, Paolo. It's going to be such a great cruise. Paolo, when are you in Bermuda? Why am I asking you? I booked the cruise. Why am I asking you when you're in Bermuda when I can look at your reservation? Ridiculous. Ridiculous, I tell you. Let's see when Paolo's in Bermuda. Itinerary. Oh, pal, you're leaving before I get there. I was going to say, maybe we'll be in Bermuda at the same time. but I won't be in Bermuda until the 16th of July. I love Bermuda too. Favorite sea days. Bermuda is awesome. It is indeed. Tony said, I love Bermuda. Pal said, when are you there? I'm there the 16th, 17th, and 18th of July. So if anyone's in Bermuda, the 16th, 17th, or 18th, come and say hello. I will be trying to do some cool filming of the port. We did a lot of filming of the port on the last cruise, but it didn't come out really well as I would like it to. So I'm going to do like a full port tour of Bermuda. I'm going to try to do a couple excursions. I'm going to try to hit St. George and Hamilton, so we get like a very thorough kind of video of Bermuda. But if you're in Bermuda on those days, let me know. And if you want to grab a drink at the Frog and Onion, we'll go. But unfortunately, I will miss Palo by a couple of days. That stinks. And Tara said, being Coco Key for the first time with John in October. Yes, our group Halloween cruise. Again, we are like getting to final payment for the group Halloween cruise. If anybody would like to join us, last minute joiners to our Halloween group cruise, it is on the Symphony of the Seas, October 27th of 2024 out of Bayonne, New Jersey. Come and join us. It's going to be a great, great, great time. Small too. We like lots of small little things there. Palo, just hang out. See, it stinks because you're going to Perfect Day after that. If you're doing Perfect Day first, then you could just stay in Bermuda and we could pick you up at the Joy, and then we will take you. We'll take you over, take you back. But I wouldn't miss Perfect Day. Tara said, don't forget to hit the pickled onion. I will not. I have it written down in my little notes for things to do when I'm in Hamilton. So I will be surely doing that. Palo has 4 sea days. And 1, 2, 3, 4 port days. It's perfect. It's like a perfect trip. I love the initial sea day. Then you have an overnight in Bermuda, another sea day, then Bahamas, 2 sea days back to Baltimore. Hope your weather is wonderful. Hope you have a great time. Michael Hennessy is here. Belated good morning. 4 months to breakaway in Bermuda. Bermuda is the best. Great, great, great port. One of my all-time favorites. Charleston, South Carolina. Love that port. If you're going out of Baltimore, that's a great one when you're going out of Baltimore as well. So that is a really, really fun one. Love that one. That is all the cruise news I have for this morning. Thank you all for joining me. I do have one announcement in August or September. I think it's probably going to be September. We are going to do a big live stream like we did for Christmas last year, or whatever we did that for New Year's, Christmas, whatever it was. We're going to be doing a big live stream. It's going to be a 2-hour event. I'm going to try to get all the cruise lines to throw in little gifts. And I'm going to try to make it so that they're actually good things that you could use on a cruise, because we're going to do like a booking thing. If you book a cruise during the live stream, we're going to give you an additional like $50, $100. We're going to have you spin the wheel and you'll get $25, $50, $75, or $100 onboard credit. I'll let everybody know when that's going to be. And we will do some fun things. We're going to be giving a ton of stuff away. We're going to have a ton of different guests on, try to have some fun guests on. So yeah, I'll let everybody know when we're doing that, but that should be coming up either August or September. And that's it for today. Hope everybody has a wonderful day. The rest of this week, I have a bunch of videos coming out. I have one coming out on cruising during hurricanes. Mike, I can get you some lanyards from MSC. I'll ask them to send me some. I still have a couple of Venezia. I have the ship tour, 10 things you must do. Maybe a fun little Bermuda one. Who knows what else I got this week. And then I will start the Joy stuff next week. So there you go. Yeah, it'll definitely be when you're back, pal. Don't worry. So hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your Sunday. I will see everybody on Wednesday. We'll have a bunch of videos out this week. So have a wonderful week, everyone, and I will talk to y'all soon. Palo, have a wonderful cruise. We will see you when you get back. You're leaving on Thursday, right? Yeah, so we'll probably see you on Wednesday. But if not, have a lovely cruise, and I will talk to everybody soon. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.